All right, for the Module 4 application assignment, went over measuring devices and interactive devices. So there's methods for measuring activity that talked about was a self-reporting questionnaire, which I've done a little bit of, self-reporting diaries or logs, which I do and we've done, direct observation, which I do, and then the use of devices. The problems with 1, 2, and 3, the self-recording and the diaries, it can be really inaccurate. Kids might not put down exactly what they're doing for their activity, forget an activity, or they might lie about it. They just put down whatever just to get the activity done. With direct observation, one of the problems is one guy, one teacher, me, 30 kids. It's tough to directly observe all those or get enough people to help you out observe those. Whereas the devices, you can measure different things with the whole class, and it can be monitored, and all the information the data can be kept and stored, in which you can look at a later time. So the devices are actually the better way to measure the activity. The measuring devices, we have pedometers, heart rate monitors, and some different body fat testing devices, including bioelectrical impedance, skin fold caliper, hydrostatic weighing, and DEXA scan. With the pedometers, I don't use those currently, but what I would like to do for the pedometers, start using those, because I keep a participation grade daily, 5 points a day, 25 points a week, and this would be a better systematic way to keep track of their participation. It tracks their number of steps. I could, you'd have to have so many steps a day for 5 out of 5, so many steps a day out of 4 out of 5 points, and so on. And it would give them, a tool to measure that. It would give them some motivation to get more steps in, a goal to achieve in participation. I think I might get, a little more activity, and it'd be a better way than just kind of looking at a kid. Okay, they participated today, they didn't participate today. It gives like some data to prove what you're grading on that. And heart rate monitors, the same thing. Heart rate monitors, when I do, if I don't use those yet, we don't have any. I would like to implement that. Use those when we do different activities to keep track of their heart rate. They have to keep their heart rate elevated for the full time to get full points for the participation for that day. For example, I do a unit called Walking for Fitness. And I just, they're kind of time. Kids have to get around a mile in so many minutes to achieve the points. Well, I could use the heart rate monitors. They have to keep their heart rate elevated. I could keep track of that, and we could just walk for 20 minutes, and each kid could have their individual goals with their heart rate, so it's not a distance thing. Kids that are in better condition or poor condition, I think it'd be a better judge of where they kept their heart rate, and that'd be just an idea where I could use that in class. Body fat testing. You have the bioelectrical impedance, skin fold caliper, hydrostatic weighing, DEXA scan. The bioelectrical impedance I've used before. We used to have one of those at the school I previously was at. We don't have one of those here, and it was an easy way in phys ed class everybody could take and get their body fat percentage. It's not the most accurate way, but at least gives you something to use. It's not very invasive, and kids like to use that. You could also use that in the health class. The skin fold caliper, we have a set of those. I could show the kids what it is, but when you start measuring and touching kids, that can be really uncomfortable. So we don't really use that in class. I just kind of show a video and show that, show the caliper to them. Now the wrestling team actually uses the skin fold caliper and get results every year using that. Hydrostatic weighing, one of the more accurate ways. I do show a video with that in class, so the kids get an idea of how that's used. And this DEXA scan, to be honest, I never heard of it until this class when I was looking through all the material. And so it's a new thing I can introduce to the kids and kind of show them what that's all about. for the skin fold caliper, here's a video I show. We'll just briefly show a little bit of it. I pull it up, and
calipers a few centimeters away from your fingers.
Just kind of shows how to do it.
Release the caliper
and that kind of gives
and
the kids
take your
an
reading.
idea how that is, and they wonder if that hurts and things. We talk about that a little bit. The hydrostatic weighing, same thing. Since we're really not going to be able to go anywhere to actually do that or see it.
Well, welcome everybody.
I'll just show them this video.
So go ahead, if you kind of panic, take on any air, go ahead and stand up.
Kind of shows how to do it. Two guys do it and gives their readings at the end. It gives them an understanding what the hydrostatic weighing is all about. So, and for the DEXA scan, I'm gonna research that a little bit, and I can incorporate it in my health classes and PE phys ed classes, physical education classes, to show them what that's all about. Here's another thing I show in health class, just to kind of show how they measure the skin folds. The kids wonder how that's done. And this is a 4 reading test. And then I show them the chart that's used and how they come up. This is for the males, how they come up with the body fat percentage. This would be for females. And I kind of just show them that in class. Now the interactive devices, which include treadmills, exercise bikes, ellipticals, Dance Revolution, Cardio Smart Wall, and interactive gym wall. Those are 6 things that this information in the class had. We use some treadmills. We don't have many of them. Exercise bikes and ellipticals. Used to have the Dance Revolution at the old school. I used that a lot. Kids love that. And these last 2 things are new technology that would be really nice to have. It looks like a lot of fun, and kids would enjoy that quite a bit. So treadmills, how I've used them in the past, or I still use them. We only have 1 treadmill, so for injury rehab in basketball or maybe phys ed, physical education, a kid can get on the treadmill and use that to get some cardio in. But it would be nice to get a few more treadmills and start using the virtual reality apps that are out there. Treadmill Trails, Run Social, and BitGym are 3 of them they mentioned. What you can do with those is they have actual courses and actual that you can run in, and you can compete in different marathons and different races. You can compete with other people around the country. You can just do it by yourself, or you can compete with kids in the class. The whole class can compete on the same course. I think that would be really neat to do, and incorporate that as part of your cardio weekly for the students. And there's just a treadmill safety video I could show the students before they would use that. Exercise bikes, again, we have 2 of them. I basically, again, just use them for rehab, or if we're in a weight room, there's an exercise bike there. One student can use it, whether some are lifting, and some others are on the tracks. The track's right there. We can kind of do that. But what I'd like to do, again, virtual courses with those. Again, race, compete, weekly cardio workouts we could use, and it creates a lot of excitement and fun in their workout. And when you do that with the students, what I try to do, they don't really think about, oh no, this is a workout. They get involved because it's fun, and they get their heart rate up, and they can see the benefits, and maybe start to like exercise a little better than what they do. And this is also a video I could use to show the safety of using an exercise bike before they do it. It's always a good idea. Dance Revolution, again, at the old school I was at for my physical education classes, I used that. Through a grant, we got a bunch of those. I can't quite remember how many we had, but we had enough where you could have a group of 2 or 3, and they could just rotate and play the Dance Revolution. The kids just loved it. I mean, they wanted to do that all the time. They would even come do it during lunch. Teachers would come down and compete against them. It was a lot of fun, and of anything I ever did, that probably was the best results in terms of kids getting in, getting their heart rate up, and getting really good exercise. So that would be really something neat that I haven't really looked into, but we don't really have the storage space in my school now to store all those. My old school had storage space for that. It'd be tough to find where to put all those. And two new things, new technology they're coming out with, the cardio smart wall and the interactive gym wall. Those are two things that I'd have to research and see about funding and things like that. But those would be really neat to have. Kids just looking at the videos, it looks like they really seem to really get involved and active, and it's a motivator, fun, and excitement with exercise. Um, and they do learn some other things too that the teacher mentioned in those with memory learning, reaction to proves reaction time, a lot of teamwork, and disguises activities and to get their heart rate up, and they don't even know it, and then they take a little more interest in their health as they see their heart rates up and they start to feel better and doing those different activities. So that'd be something. That would be really neat to have. As here's the video. I'll leave you with this. This would be really exciting to have in my physical education class.